Education Innovation Roundtable, hosted at the NUC's Julius Okogie boardroom here in Abuja. The breakout sessions were designed to give government representatives, industry experts, and school heads, among others, the space to co-create solutions and recommend concrete next steps. Participants were randomly divided into 4 groups, each given a focus area and made up of members across all sectors. They discussed key issues among themselves, presented their conclusions through a group representative, and these outcomes were finally solidified into a communique and an innovation working group tasked with carrying out the agreed-on solutions. Here are the highlights of those discussions next.
Thank you very much. Group 3 discussed commercializing research, focusing on policies, incentives, and models. So we discussed a lot, and we think these are the main points. As per challenges, we see that for policies, there is low awareness and understanding. And then operationalizing it, there are challenges in operationalizing the policy itself. And then the need to periodically update it and review them. As you know, the environment is dynamic. So some of these developments need to be incorporated in the policies. So those are the challenges as far as policies, existing policies are concerned. But we know the policies exist for commercialization, right from national cascading down to universities. Then funding for incentives, we think the funding has to be outcome-based. Currently, it is not outcome-based, and that is a problem. You know, where, as discussed in the panel, where funding comes from government, and whether or not it leads to a solution to a critical social problem or not, researchers do get funded. So that's a challenge. We also think there is lack of viable platform for collaboration and networking between industries and universities. The current model, the quadruple helix, is not working. And then the weak TTO offices around the campuses. So these are the challenges we think are posing threat to commercializing researches in universities. And the solutions we think are, 1, reviewing these policies and updating them, focusing constantly on new developments and the need for commercialization. And 2, operationalizing these policies with practical guidelines and toolkits. And then 3, we think we need to increase awareness across all universities, as stated in one of the in the panel session. Everybody needs to be aware of the policies and what they get from innovation. When they innovate, what do they get? Is it 60, 70, and so on, 30, 70, or 60, 40? They need to know. And then we think creating an outcome-based financing model or framework for commercializing researches is the way to go. And in this case, we said, look, maybe innovation fund. We're not talking about government now funding alone, but where the industry also co-finances in return for rights over whatever is innovated, is invented. And then we think government can incentivize companies, the industry in general, the telcos, the petroleum companies, and so on, banks, to sign multi-year contract, applied research contracts with the universities. The reason we have this is this. The current research the structure around it, the funding was built for research's sake. So how do we incentivize both the industries to look into universities as less theoretical, and universities looking into industry as a potential taker of their research? Get these industries, companies, give them some incentives if they can prove that they have a multi-year contract for applied research with universities. It could be tax incentive. So those are the things that we think about. Thank you very much.